The Super Bowl is just about 1 week away, and with the NFL season coming to a close, I thought it would be great to find an article or at least talk about some of the biggest what ifs from this season and just kind of some of the scenarios of like if Joe Burrow had a real defense, if Jaden Daniels went to the Bears instead, just things like that. So we're going to grab our coffee, we're going to pull up the article, and we are going to talk about some of the biggest what ifs of the 2025 season. So I ended up finding the article on The Athletic. It is called "What If the Bears Took Jaden Daniels If Saquon Stayed in New York?" and just kind of an alternate universe of the 2024 NFL season, which I thought would be super interesting to talk about with you guys. With some of the ones that they did pull up, there are some interesting ones on here, especially with the titles on here. I think we have some discussing to do. I want to get your guys' opinions too, so I wanted to open up the comment section and just kind of talk to you guys more while we're just seeing some of the biggest what ifs. And if you guys have any of the biggest what ifs, make sure to comment them below because I want to hear what you guys are thinking. The first one that they have on here, and I think everybody, including Roman, if you're watching this, I think everybody has asked this question of what if the Caleb Williams pick was switched with Jaden Daniels and Jaden Daniels was a Bear? Because I mean, hands down, we can all say, and as much as you guys, I read the comments, I see what you guys say about it, and we all pull the video up of what I said about Jaden Daniels before the season. And well, yeah, the dude made me look like an absolute dummy because I mean, the dude had the greatest probably rookie season of all time. One of the greatest you could put up there. And I mean, just in here too, I mean, it even says that Daniels led Washington to its first winning season since 2016. Like, I mean, to do that, and then not only that, but also make it to the NFC Championship game. Like, I mean, that's absolutely absurd too. Like, I mean, there's no doubt that if Jaden Daniels was drafted to the Bears, I mean, they have more talent than the Commanders too. Like, I mean, they were in a tougher division, I guess. Like, they were in the NFC North, and the Lions were just a regular season juggernaut along with the Vikings too. Both of them got bounced in their first games in the playoffs. So, but I mean, to actually see like Jaden Daniels with Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and that defense too, like that might have been scarier than what he was doing with the Commanders. Because the Commanders, I mean, yeah, he kind of pulled the CJ Stroud where he elevates the playmakers around him. He elevated De'Ami Brown, Brian Robinson, and Austin Eckler, and Zach Ertz, and obviously Scary Terry McLaurin. But I mean, like, in reality, all he really had was Terry McLaurin. Like, he didn't have any of these big names that Caleb Williams was going out there week in and week in with. Like, I mean, again, if we look at what they're talking about right here too, their 2024 record. So what they do is they have their record, and then if they swap places, what their win total or kind of what their adjustment would have been. So if Caleb Williams would have gone to the Commanders, they would have dropped about 3 wins, 10-7. I mean, in the NFC, that's surprisingly that I don't think that was a a wild card spot. I could be wrong because of tiebreakers and stuff, but I'm pretty sure 10-7 wouldn't have even got them into the playoffs. And then even if we look at what he did with the Bears too, like if Jaden Daniels would have gone to the Bears, they would have given him 3+ wins. So that would have taken them from 5-12 to 8-9. And I mean, truthfully, that would have been absolutely insane. I think that win total definitely would have been higher. I don't think it would have been 8-9. It probably would have been like 10-7 also inside of that tough NFC North. I mean, we all remember what happened when they played head to head. Caleb Williams looked like he was going to win the game, and then Jaden Daniels delivered the Hail Mary, which was just absolutely insane. That was kind of like his moment. Well, I guess his first moment was when he was playing the Bengals and just kind of showed up on national TV, but then he went and did this a couple weeks later. Like, it was just absolutely insane, the type of season that Jaden Daniels had. But I mean, on the flip side too, I mean, if we really want to talk about what was happening with the Bears too, is would Jaden Daniels have been as much of a force to be reckoned with that Bears offensive line too? I mean, the Bears, I think, gave up like 60 something sacks. I mean, I wonder if it says in here. Yeah, Caleb Williams was sacked 68 times in 2024, by far the most in the league. Like, the dude had the most sacks while Jaden Daniels was sacked 47 times. Like, I mean, that's kind of crazy when we put that in perspective of just how much. I mean, that's 21 less sacks actually. Like, that's damn near. It's just insane. Again, I'm sure you could maybe argue that the players and the teams that Jaden Daniels was going up against like wasn't as good, but I mean, that's really not even a good argument because if you just watch the two, like if you watch the game film of both of them, you can just tell who the better quarterback was last year. I mean, again, Caleb Williams didn't have a great offensive line. I'm sure that if Jaden Daniels had to run around and kind of play more hero ball, it might have been a little bit different. But again, I mean, to see him as a Bear with the talent that was there, I would have loved to see that. Again, personally for me, I don't think I don't think Caleb Williams is a bust right now. Like everybody's trying to not write him off, but I mean, again, just the offensive line, if they can figure out that offensive line in Chicago and just develop him a little bit more, get a scheme and some more guys around him, and I don't see why they can't be a 10-win team next year, Chicago. And I mean, Jaden Daniels, the Commanders have some of, I think, most cap room in the NFL. And I mean, again, why can't they go and win the NFC East next year if Jaden Daniels puts out like this? If he doesn't have a sophomore slump like CJ Stroud did, why can't the Commanders go and win the NFC East? I mean, again, but yeah, I mean, that's a great what if. I mean, personally for me, I'm sorry if you're a Giants fan. I mean, do we really need to even like say what really shocks me about this is just Giants fans and what if he stayed with the Giants and the Eagles is the what if wins. If you look at the what if wins right here, the Giants are so bad. And it kind of shocks me that they didn't think that Saquon would make that much of a difference for the Eagles taking off wins, because I feel like, personally for me, I feel like Saquon is sorry, Jalen Hurts. I think you're a fantastic quarterback as opposed to a lot of what people think about you in the media. The thing that I think is the weakest point for the Eagles is Nick Sirianni. I think Nick Sirianni is just a downright, not a terrible coach. He's definitely grown this year, but I wouldn't say he's my first pick of a coach. You know, I'm personally for me, I just think when you have this much talent on a roster, Devonta Smith, AJ Brown, the best running back that we've ever seen, not ever seen, but the best running back season that we've seen in probably, I'm trying to think, the last, Adrian Peterson was like 08, I think, or something like that. Derrick Henry was the 2000 year. So like at least 7 years, if not, 7 years. No, probably 10. Cause I think Derrick Henry's 2000 yard season was 2015, right? I could be wrong, but I mean, just what Saquon Barkley brings to this team. I mean, like, again, the talent that's surrounding Nick Sirianni. I mean, literally Jalen Hurts, national championship quarterback, been to a Super Bowl, been to two NFC championship games. I mean, Saquon Barkley, greatest running back season we've seen in the past decade, maybe. AJ Brown, just an absolute menace. Go ball, just machine, jump ball. And then you have Devonta Smith, who you could argue Devonta Smith on about 20 teams in the NFL probably would be a number one wide receiver, as crazy as that sounds. Like, I just don't see how that win total right there. I guess if you want to say that, like, I guess I'm kind of speaking out of my butt right now by saying that, but with all the talent, so it makes sense why they have the win total like that. But like, I feel like Saquon Barkley is just such a more impactful player than what they give credit. I think if Saquon Barkley's not on this team, they might not. The Commanders might win the NFC East. Like, Saquon Barkley behind an offensive line like the Eagles is just insane. It is so unfair. Like, it's just crazy. Like, that's what shocks me about this whole thing. But I mean, again, like, I mean, right here, like what they say is where I think the model got it wrong from the Eagles' perspective, excluding Barkley's remarkable season outings, is that they've lifted the Eagles to a Super Bowl. I think it's, like, Saquon Barkley's, I think that's the reason why they're in the Super Bowl. If Saquon Barkley's not on that team, the Commanders might actually be able to win the NFC Championship game. The Commanders might win the NFC East if he's not on this team. Like, who knows? I mean, the Eagles defense is just absolutely insane. I don't really know what you want me to say from a Giants perspective here. You should have signed Saquon Barkley. From a Giants perspective, I don't know why they were even thinking about not signing him, but I'm glad that Saquon Barkley got out of New York, because if he didn't get out of New York, it would have just been another Barry Sanders situation. We would have watched one of the most generational running backs of all time waste his career at some franchise that's never going to make the playoffs. Saquon Barkley would have done some crazy stuff like this on the Giants. Probably not this great, but I mean, dude would have been having 1,000-yard seasons, 1,500-yard seasons year in and year out and have nothing to show for it. Not even a Super Bowl appearance with that terrible Giants team. So I think Saquon Barkley is worth more than just a half of a win. But let me get some water right now. Also, if you guys have any what ifs, put them in the comments. I'm going to try to do a couple of these in the off season and just kind of, get more of the community going, because I want to get you guys involved in the discussion and everything. Don't worry, I'm going to keep uploading, probably do some double uploads in a week when I'm doing these, but I just want to keep growing the channel and really get to a community level with you guys and just getting getting you guys to discuss this stuff in the comments with me and everything, because it is interesting. I mean, every year, no matter what team you like or don't like, you always have these what if this player did this, stuff like that. What if this guy didn't get injured? Like, for example, I think I have the article up too, and maybe I could show it. What if Rashee Rice didn't get injured? Maybe the Chiefs can go 17-0. That dude was on pace for 1,500 yards when he was injured. Like, absolutely insane. But this one right here, I think is super interesting. It's a what if Aaron Rodgers and Sam Darnold swap teams? I mean, who really knows? I mean, Rodgers was a 4-time MVP. And if you look at it right here, so if Sam Darnold went to and I think this is actually crazy, because Rodgers, as I just said, is a 4-time MVP, but dude if you told a guy that's never watched football before that Aaron Rodgers, what do you think of him? They probably would have said, wow, that guy's not that good. Yeah, they would have never guessed that he's a Super Bowl champion, a 4-time MVP, and all these all pro stuffs too. Like Sam Darnold had a better season than Aaron Rodgers. And Sam Darnold came out in 2018. So 6 years ago, 7 years ago, nobody would have been like, oh yeah, Sam Darnold, the guy that's seeing ghosts, he's going to be better than Aaron Rodgers in 2025. Nope, nobody saw that. Yeah, and I know Sam Darnold didn't have a great season, he did have a great season, a great postseason, what I should say, when the games actually mattered. It looked like he was seeing ghosts again, but I digress. So, I mean, right here again, Aaron Rodgers, if you swap Aaron Rodgers and you put him on the Vikings, they actually lose 2 games, and the Jets would actually win 3 games. Like, that's how much of a factor that they thought that Aaron Rodgers just wasn't that good and Sam Darnold was, which this year I totally could get behind. I mean, if you watched Aaron Rodgers, dude was not mobile at all. Like, you know how we're used to seeing him run out of the pocket and then throw one of those. None of that. That happened. Nothing at all. Like, there were a couple, but it wasn't like week in and week out what we're used to seeing with Aaron Rodgers, So, and then on the other hand, we have Sam Darnold, who, again, besides just what he did in the postseason and the week prior against the Lions, where he looked just terrible. I mean, Sam Darnold had a fantastic regular season. I don't think the Vikings are going to keep him. They probably should. I probably see Sam Darnold going to the Raiders. Let me know where you guys think he's going to go. But personally, for me, I just think that, Sam Darnold had a better season, and that's that. I agree with the what if wins right there. So I agree with that. I thought, whoa, that's very close up of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. So this one, what if Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen switched? Nothing. I mean, the what if wins show nothing either. Both of these quarterbacks deserve an MVP. Saquon deserves an MVP. There were about 4 people this season that you could argue that deserved MVPs. Saquon, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and at some point you could have probably argued Jared Goff. There's these 2 guys though, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. If you switch them, they're both so good. They both are so good at what they do. Josh Allen has a monster arm and is a more of a power running back or power running quarterback than Lamar Jackson is, as Lamar Jackson still has an arm. He's refined his passing even more, and he's just shiftier. Like I just don't see what would have happened. They both, this was, I think, Lamar Jackson's best passing season ever. So honestly, I just don't see how he doesn't win the MVP, but I think they're going to give it to Josh Allen and just kind of, what he did this year in the moment against the Chiefs, things like that. I think it's going to be Josh Allen that does get the MVP. I personally think that I would give it to Lamar Jackson or Saquon Barkley, but I think it's going to go probably to Josh Allen, but it is what it is. But again, I don't really think that much would have changed if either of these guys swapped teams. They're both just such that dominant at their position that it's like now it's not even Mahomes. Maybe you could say it's Mahomes at the top of the pyramid, and then Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. But Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are either at the same level as Patrick Mahomes or they're in their own level now. Like it used to be like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and like Justin Herbert. I think it's just now Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and then the other guys below them. Like that's what I think it is personally for me. But let me know what you guys think. I mean, this is my favorite one because there might be one more. Yeah. It's the one that I wanted to talk about with you guys anyways, about the Rashee Rice one. It's perfect. This one's my personal favorite though, because if Joe Burrow had any competent defense behind him, I personally think for me that the Bengals probably win the AFC North. They're not the 1 seed, but they're going to be the 2 seed, I think. Joe Burrow is another player that could have won MVP this year. That's the craziest thing about it. But the reason he's not in the MVP conversation is because, well, they're 9-8. If you look at it right here, they're 9-8 right here. And because of he's 9-8 and they're not in the playoffs, he won't get mentioned for MVP, which is sad to say because they shouldn't have even been in like a scenario to get into the playoffs. I forget does it even say what they started as? Didn't they start 1-4 or something like that, or something like that? I don't even know. I forget, but I know they lost week 1. I'm pretty sure they started 1-4 because they lost the Patriots, which nobody saw coming and then everybody started freaking out. Everybody's like, oh, Joe Burrow, his wrist. Oh, look, he lifted the cup up like this with his elbow. It's like, and I for a second was like, damn, that is a little scary to look at. But then you started watching him and you're like, oh, Joe Burrow's not the problem. His hand's not the problem. It's his wrist is the problem. Like, do we remember when they played the Ravens? Lamar Jackson was sitting there running around in a circle and then threw a touchdown pass to Isaiah Likely. Like, if you give Joe Burrow the Bills defense, who hasn't been like spectacular this year, but it's been good enough, or hell, you give him a good defense like the Eagles or the Bears, they're a shoo into the postseason. Like what Jamar Chase was doing too, he was a Triple Crown winner. Like the dude was absolutely popping off this year. They just needed a defense behind him and they couldn't figure it out. I wonder if it says how many touchdowns they gave up this year. 43 touchdowns against, so like Burrow threw a career high 43 touchdowns against 9 interceptions, finished with a NFL record 7 straight games with at least 250 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. 7 straight games of 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. Why was nobody talking about this year? Like I mean, it was terrible. Look. He was nearly every other team offense against the Bengals defense that finished 25th and 26th respectively in yards and points allowed. Like, thank God they fired their defensive coordinator because that was disastrous. Like, I think this win total is a lot higher if they get a competent defense behind them. I think they win the NFC or the AFC North and they're the 2 seed. But that's just crazy. Okay. So that was my personal favorite. My second favorite though is right here with the Rashee Rice. Like, what if Rashee Rice never got injured? It really doesn't matter. They would have gone right here. It says they would have went 16-1, which I mean, they might have gone 17-0, but I mean, like, what's crazy is that I think it was right here. Yeah. If we were to extrapolate that 3-game pace over 17 games, Rice would have ended the regular season with 136 catches, 1,600 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Those finishes would have ranked first for catches, second for yards, and fourth for touchdowns. Like, obviously the way that the Chiefs played this year, I don't think those numbers are quite accurate, but I mean, the dude still would have had at least 1,000, 1,200 yards, like 1,200 yards in there, probably near it. And that was with, he might have had more because if you think about it, the Chiefs never had a dominant receiver because Marquise Brown got injured week 1 or week 2, I think. Travis Kelce looked like doo-doo a lot of this season until the postseason. He just decided to wake up and was like, oh yeah, I'm the greatest tight end of all time. I'm going to play like it. So like, again, I agree with what they're saying right here. Now, no one feels sorry, but they didn't feel sorry for themselves either. Like, again, they were like, cool. Oh, we lost Rashee Rice for the season. Damn, get better, bro. We're going to go to a Super Bowl with no receivers until the postseason. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Like, oh, this is pretty interesting. So it says one other interesting aspect worthy considering here is that if Rice was worth nearly another win, that means the model likely thinks the Chiefs would have beaten the Bills in week 11. So that does beg the question that if whatever model they're using thinks they're going to beat the Bills, they're 16-0 going into the game against Denver. Do they play their starters and try and go undefeated? And yeah, personally for me, I think they would. I wouldn't put it past Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and them to go, hey boys, go get it done. Send the boys out. We're going for the winning title for 17-0, for 20-0. We're going for 20-0. But you know, who knows? I mean, they could be chasing that perfect season right now, but I guess, as Kanye said, I guess we'll never know. But that is some of the biggest what ifs this season. I want you guys to let me know what are some of the biggest what ifs that you guys thought. If you guys prefer the talking head videos where I'm kind of talking to the camera in my studio, let me know. We can do it in here. If you guys prefer for me walking around, which I've been trying to do more of, just get out of the office while I'm doing some of the recordings. I can go to the car. I can do things like that. Let me know. And it'll still be interesting. I'd still love to do that. More of these raw videos, just kind of getting you guys talking in the comment section, really wanting to build out the community and enjoying some coffee in the red cup. You know where it's from. But as always, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys did enjoy it, I will see you guys in the next one.